Andrew Jackson succeeded Abraham Lincoln after Lincoln's assassination. By the time Congress met in December 1865, most southern states were reconstructed. Slavery was being abolished, but black codes which restricted blacks' freedoms were beginning to appear. His plans returned confiscated property to white Southerners, issued hundreds of pardons to earlier Confederate officers and government officials, and undermined the Freedmen's Bureau by ordering it to return all confiscated lands to white landowners. Johnson also appointed governors to supervise the drafting of new state constitutions and agreed to readmit each state, provided it ratified the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. In Congress, radical Republicans gained the support of Northerners who disliked the Southerners' actions of keeping their leaders and imposing many racist regulations against blacks, trying to change Johnson's program. The Radicals' first step was to refuse to see any senator or representative from the old Confederacy. Next, they passed measures dealing with the former slaves. Johnson vetoed the legislation. The Radicals mustered enough votes in Congress to pass legislation over his veto, the first time that Congress had overridden a president on an important bill. They passed the Civil Rights Act of 1866, which established Negroes as American citizens and forbade discrimination against them. Congress soon passed the 14th Amendment, which said that no state should deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. Most of the Confederate states disliked the amendment and refused to pass it. Johnson was met with hostile audiences in the Midwest, and Radicals won a majority in the congressional elections. In March of 1867, the Radicals effected their own plans of Reconstruction, again placing Southern states under military rule. They passed laws placing restrictions upon the president. When Johnson allegedly violated one of these, the Tenure of the Office Act, by dismissing Secretary of War Edmund M. Stanton, the House voted 11 articles of impeachment against him. He was tried by the Senate in the spring of 1868 and acquitted by one vote. Johnson was impeached.